Govern what God gave you. You are not random. God did not make you aimlessly. You are tethered to purpose. God created you for something important. This means you matter and you need to know why. And as you do that, you've got to flow in that discovery. My friends, we were not made to live along the margins of life. You are the crowning achievement of God's creation, made to live within it and in it on purpose, because you are not a footnote. You are a central idea in this narrative of life. You and I, we are not cursed to be haphazard, thrown into this by a careless hand of fate. You and I are tethered, hallelujah, tied, connected, anchored to divine intention. And with that, God says, hallelujah, that is the indicative, not random, not accidental, not leftover, not an afterthought, but tethered, purposeful, purpose and intentional. And with that indicative, God is giving this imperative. He says, now, since you are that, you must do this. You must be fruitful. You must multiply. You must govern. You must reign, because you are not random. You are not accidental. You have been made essential. Can you put that in the chat right there? I'm made essential. I'm essentially made. My worth, my purpose is not outside of me. It is within me. I was made in purpose, and I was made on purpose. And when you've got that indicative, when you've got that understanding, when you embrace and hold on to that knowledge, you've got to move in that knowledge. There is an imperative that comes as a result of this holy indicative, that you are not random, but you have been created in and with purpose. And with that, you ought to be fruitful. You ought to multiply. You ought to govern, and you ought to reign. And this is not some ancient instruction. It's not something for Old Testament folks. It's not something for our spiritual ancestors. This is not an ancient, outdated instruction. This is an assignment that is for now. It's a now assignment. It's a now assignment. It's what we got to do now, because we know this. Because this is what we have to do. We've got to govern what God gave us. God, you're not here for happiness. No, you're here for the glory of God. You are not made just to be happy. No, you're made, you're created to bring glory to his name, to represent him in the earth, to represent him in the earth. You have to govern that influence, because you are not a victim of this world's chaos. No, God placed you in this existence. He put you in this. He allowed you and I to be born so that we can be stewards of a kingdom order, that we are made to matter, right? We are not victims of chaos. We are stewards that kind of steward and manage and maintain order to the glory of God. You are not a victim. You are a steward, trustee. I have power. I have resources. I have influence. I matter. I matter. I make a difference. I matter. I've been sent here to do something. So as I go back to how I opened this message, I want you to understand, as you govern what God gave you, that you understand that you are not random. He did not make you aimlessly. You're not a haphazard thought. You are tethered. You are attached to purpose that is grounded in the mind of God. He created you for something important. You're not here to be insignificant. You're not here to be frivolous. You're not here to be trivial. You're not here for nonsense. You're not here to be a nuisance. You matter, and you got to know why you matter, and you got to flow in this discovery, this knowledge that you matter, that you understand that there's nothing random about you, that at the heart of you is an intention that is grounded in the mind of God. And you matter. You matter. You're made to make moves that will shift atmospheres. You are made to make moves that will shift the atmosphere. When you show up, the atmosphere, the atmosphere, the environment has to change. When you show up, hallelujah, because you have been created in the image and likeness of God. You just don't read the temperature of in the room. You are the one that sets the temperature in the room. You regulate the temperature in the room because you are salt and you are light. You are made in the image and likeness of your God and Father. Hallelujah. You are made to make moves that will shift the atmosphere. You are made to release an impact that will affect generations. Hallelujah. You. Yeah. You. Don't you shrink. Don't you say, look right. No, I'm talking to you, my friends. Don't you shrink from this responsibility. Don't you shrink from this privilege. Don't you shrink from this duty. You were made to matter, And don't apologize for being essential to God's plan. That's why you were sent. You were sent to give direction. You were sent to give insight. You were sent to give perspective. You were sent to give a God view. Hallelujah. Don't apologize for being essential. Don't apologize for being insightful. Don't apologize for being significant. Govern what he gave you. He's given you that space. He's given you that opportunity. He's given you that open door. He's given you that platform. He's given you that stage. He's given you that duty, that responsibility. He's given you that position. He's given that to you. And he wants you now to walk into that. He wants you now to stand on that and to govern it, to govern that opportunity, that platform, that talent, that gift, that you will govern it to his glory. That he will get the glory and that you will do it with authority. With a kingdom authority. You govern with love, compassion, righteousness, and integrity.